Ever done any practice in, let's say, bodybuilding, a gym, or powerlifting, the first thing that you learn is that 8 out of 10 of the heaviest lifts are done with the hips and legs. They're not done with the back. And so even when you do a deadlift, you do not use the back. If you use the back, well then absolutely you're going to lift hundreds and hundreds of pounds less than your nearest competitor who is not using the back. So the back is more for control, direction, stabilization. There are no muscles in the spine itself that are actually large enough to sustain repeated moving of the whole body. They're just not. However, in the glutes, in the thighs and hamstrings, quadriceps, etc., there are muscles that are actually built to move thousands of pounds of weight, okay? And so when I talk about a forward bend, okay, from a neuromuscular point of view, it's not even a matter of how far can you stretch. The reason why you can't bend over is because you have neuromuscular inhibition to the motion. In other words, it's a coordination thing. We have agonistic and antagonistic musculature. One set of muscles has to release in order for another set of muscles to be dominant, just like the difference between my tricep and my bicep. If both pull at the same time, I can't bend my arm at all. Somebody's got to let go in order for that motion to happen, okay? And vice versa. In order to extend my arm, one has to let go, the agonist has to release for the antagonist to be dominant. So the primary impediment to doing forward bend or most range of motion has absolutely nothing to do with range of motion. Nothing. It's neuromuscular. It's a matter of coordination in the nervous system. It's a matter of being able to let go, okay? And then on top of that, then you may actually have issues like scar tissue adhesions, lesions, damaged tissue, and that kind of thing. You might have some injuries and some stuff like that that is part of overall inhibition, a pattern, okay? The reason why we stress this, like eyes to the horizon, flat back, reach forward, reach down, is because we're trying to say that the forward bend is not about the back. That's the conversation we're trying to have. We're trying to say it's a butt thing. It's not a back thing. It's a butt thing. It's a hip thing. It's not a back thing. It's not supposed to be a back thing. So the back is again, remember, it's supplemental to the primary movers. All right, supplemental means it comes into prescience. It comes into its primary function at the end of the motion. Okay, at the end of the motion. Okay, so and that's quite different than what most people do, the bad postural habits that we have, which are, look at my navel as I start to work my way down to my knees, and if we're doing it with any pressure or lift, well, of course, we're always going to be weak, because we're not using the strong muscles, okay? So, in this position, when I pull him up, and we can even do a little experiment, I think, if you just have your hands here in the mirror. I want you to focus on this spot right here. Look right there. Take a big breath and bend forward. All right, take a big breath and bend forward. Look at those knees. All right, now just gently reach your hands out. Touch your feet. Let's see where they are. Don't stretch, just touch. Okay, now come back up. Now, sit up straight. Okay, bring your arms up. See, so let's get a nice flat back to start. Exhale and bend forward.
I already know I'm falling.
His head's past his knees now.
All right. Well, that's at least 5 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was because you lifted me.
Unengage the back.
Okay.
See? Unengage.
So if I want to do that by myself, I just lift up.
actually let your belly go first.
Okay.
In other words, how do you get the arch? You know, part of the problem is also, again, it's a neuromuscular thing, lordosis, right? So, because you don't have a full curvature, natural curvature in your spine. So you're starting a bending position from an unnatural position, which is the lordosis, right? So when you put a flat back and get a more correct arch in the back, then you're less likely to engage the wrong muscles, more likely to engage the right muscles, and you're going to get the true range of motion that is actually possible there, at least a truer representative of it. It's going to be different for every person, that's true. But just look right there, and just that quick. Now, if we were doing range of motion tests, and I had tested him with the improper motion, I would have gotten one result, okay? And if I had then come back and done the same test again with the corrected posture, his forward bend increased 5 inches. Oh, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. How do you get 5 inches on your forward bend in 30 seconds? You know? If it's actually a structural limitation, you don't. Because I can't make the tendon longer, I can't make the muscle longer, I can't make the joint have a greater range of motion. I can't do that at all in that much time with that much effort. So if there is an increase like that, which obviously there was, where did the change occur? Presentation and neuromuscular facilitation. In other words, it's an internal change in the nervous system. Okay, literally in the nervous system. And so posture is the key to the nervous system. Posture is the key to proprioception in the nervous system, right? And we can prove it. That's just one little easy test. Okay?